Hey, what's up guys, Guesser here and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we'll be going through Nightmare's Shard on Expert difficulty, and this will be the deck that I'll be using. Obviously, we'll be going through the mana weighing strategy because it's the easiest to deal with the first base, and from there I'll show you guys how do you defend your base well and make sure that you can win Nightmare Shard Expert on solo. It's a pretty tedious map and there's a lot of things that you have to take note of. So without further ado, let's start this video. I'll be summoning a few mana wings. Just summon 3 of them and head to the north base. I recommend using position 1 for Nightmare Shard because for position 2 the monuments are in the best position because of the witches. So for the mana wings, make sure to get out of range from this Twilight Sky Scorcher. Deals a lot of damage to the air units. As you can see, one of my mana wings will be in range and I have to pull it back quickly so that it will not kill my mana wings. So destroy the infestation base before the Twilight archers spawn. A mistake here is you don't want to go further north as you attract the parasite, or Twilight mindbenders, not the parasite swarm, and you attack your mana wings, so you don't want that to happen. So use your mana wings and kill off all the ground units, so you can bring away your Windweavers and get your monument and power well. Yeah, one more mana wing as one of them has died. So once you have secured the top and only have your mana wings to kill off the melee units, spawn the Windweaver down to go over to the base here, the position 2 base, and build the walls. This will prevent the Twilight witches from coming over to the shard. And what you want to do is go to the bottom here so that you do not attract these Twilight bugs. Yep, then go all the way to build the walls, while you have another Windweaver here to build the wall at your base. And every base at the start you will build one Stranglehold, the purple affinity, to help you deal damage and root enemies as well. The reason why position 1 is a better choice is because the witch will go through this narrow area and by this area to the shard, while for the position 2 they will go through your monument area and your power wells and monuments will get attacked by the witches and the patrolling units. So the first position is always a better choice.
Witches are close to the shard. Stop them.
Yes, we'll build one more Stranglehold at your wells, as Veil Bloods will come from the top after they have patrolled the entire map. They'll attack your power wells. So you want to build a Stranglehold there to defend your wells and monument. So once all the melee troops are killed, build your power wells at the second area.
Witches are close to the shard. Stop them.
Now as you can see, after patrolling, the Veil Blood will come from the top to attack your wells. The reason why I don't want to build the walls here is that you attract the witches over here and you don't want to divide too many of your units to defend both walls, and you just want to have a strong defensive position. So after building one well, you should build a Primal Defender, as you want to get rid of all these Twilight mindbenders over at the side here, and also at the top here.
Witches are close to the shard. Stop them.
Yeah, attract them more and make sure to kill them off. You don't really need your mana wings already.
Enemies lay siege to your base.
Always monitor your defensive position as well as the walls might be destroyed, so you want to move your Windweaver up to another wall that is not destroyed, so that you will not, so that they will not die. Yeah, build up your wells and your monument. Make sure to always have a tower built.
Beware, there are no troops guarding the shard. Witches are close to the shard. Stop them.
Right, defenses looking good. Have 2 Windweavers to protect each of the walls. Once you have second ore built, 1 living tower and the root Nexus to make your defense stronger. Right, as you can see, the witch goes by this narrow area down to the shard. Build Primal Defender here to lure the last 2 Twilight Mindbenders. But I did not monitor my Weaver here and I didn't know that they were killed before the flying Mindbenders reached my Primal Defender, which will be killed, which will be destroyed by the Veil Bloods later on. And I have to rebuild my Primal Defender again.
Beware, there are no troops guarding the shard.
The reason why you want to attack this base, later we'll attack this base first instead of the base that seems easy here, is because there's a Death Glider which is very difficult to get rid of, and destroying the Twilight infestation base here, you will spawn the Twilight Dancers, which has a very long range attack, and you don't have access to that for tier 2 defense, and you need a lot of power to do so. Destroying this base only releases the Twilight Whisperers, which doesn't have a very long range attack. Yes, always make sure that your wells are properly defended. And as you can see, I lost quite a bit of power here because I have to rebuild my monument and wells. So I have several Spikeroot up here at the top to take down the north base. Building 6 of them would do, plus a support building to help regenerate your Spikeroots. You have to do a lot of multitasking and take care of your 2 bases while attacking. But once you get your third orb, it's a lot more easier to defend. Power regeneration is very slow as you won't be getting additional power by standing at the shard.
Witches are close to the shard. Stop them. Your forces are under attack. Beware, there are no troops guarding the shard.
As you can see, the Veil Bloods coming to attack my wells again. I have to kill it very quickly, distracting them so that it will not attack my monument. So once you destroy the base here, build the wall so that it can delay the Veil Bloods from attacking your power wells and monument. Now make sure to build breeding grounds at your second base as you want to attack the base here now. Beware, there's a Wool Zapper that will spawn after destroying the infestation here. But it shouldn't be a problem if you spam the units. I'll be using the Thornbark and the Twilight Treefiend. So once you got the third orb, you have a fire orb and we'll summon the Twilight Bombard. Thornbarks to defend instead of the Windweavers, 2 Thornbarks here, and Twilight Bombard here. I use the Frost Affinity Thornbark as it knocks back medium units, which means that it can knock back the Twilight Witch. You don't want to have the Fire Affinity as the additional bonus is just a switch bonus and it won't attack any buildings. So Thornbarks to defend the base and Twilight Bombard You don't need to have an incredible mole. It's not a necessary card in this game, but it just makes it easier to clear the map. 20% less damage from enemy units. So from here on, it should be quite simple. Using the area here, build about 4 to 5 Thornbarks and 1 Twilight Treefiend. I use the nature Treefiend as it can disable enemy attacks, the gifted acid buff. They will not be able to attack my units for 10 seconds. A very useful card. There's an Alpha Thornbark here to prevent the Veilbloods from attacking from the top. It's very important Thornbark here to lure the enemy units. Right now I'm ready to attack the top base.
Beware, there are no troops guarding the shard.
So this Thornbark is very useful, killing the Veilbloods and protecting my buildings.
Beware, there are no troops guarding the shard. Witches are close to the shard.
So just keep healing up your units while killing off the Twilight units. Crowd control spells are very important here. Make sure to destroy the Wheel Zapper as quick as possible.
Enemies lay siege to your base. Excellent. The infected shadow bases are no troops guarding the shard. Witches are close to the shard. Stop them.
And build up your wells and your 4th monument and prepare to destroy the rest of the infestation base with your giant whip.
There are no troops guarding the shard.
There's a lot of multitasking needed for this map, and you probably need a few runs to get used to it.
Forces are under attack.
But once 3rd Orb, you would have a very strong defense which doesn't need a lot of micromanagement. So make sure to have the Thornbark defend your base until you have enough power to summon your giant Wyrm, and then you know that no enemy units will be attacking your monument. Summon my giant Wyrm and I can kill off my Thornbark. Make sure to destroy all these like mind benders that it can make you lose control of your unit. So attack the first infestation base here with your Unholy Hero. Yeah, that's the Twilight Whisperer here, so you have to go further top so that it won't be blinded by the spell. Next up would be the middle base. Quickly attack the first infestation base, followed by that you want to move forward because of the blinding of the Twilight Whisperer, as you can see. Yeah, once your giant is not blinded, quickly destroy the infestation base and move to the last base at the bottom here. We have won the game after killing all the Twilight Witches, which is a very easy task. Yep, and you have won the game. It's a very tedious map,